It is a crock pot summer because it is way too hot to be heating up my kitchen with my oven and my stovetop. So today I'm going to share with you 3 different recipes that you can use in your crock pot for the rest of this summer, because if you're like me, you just can't do the heat. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy and this is Mandy in the Making. I'm doing 2 recipes in the crock pot today, a dessert and dinner and dessert. So we're gonna get started on that in just a second. I did want to thank Thrive Market for sponsoring a portion of today's video. I will tell you more about them later and how you can save on your groceries. But let's jump into the first recipe, which is kielbasa, sausage, and sauerkraut. I have made this numerous times over the years, usually just on the stovetop, not in the crock pot, but I've never added this one particular ingredient that I saw in this recipe, and I thought it sounded really good, so we're gonna give it a try. Our secret ingredient, a gala apple. Gala, right? Not gala.
Gala apple.
It's gala. We normally eat Granny Smith apples in this house. I don't get this, but this is the particular apple that it said to get. This is going in with our sauerkraut and our sausage today. I don't know. It sounds good. Let's try it. There are not many ingredients to this sauerkraut and sausage recipe. I just need to chop up my sausage, the onion, and the apple, and then throw it all in the crock pot. So I do need to peel my apple. You know what? I should have waited and done this part last because it's gonna brown. So there's that. It says to slice your apple pretty thin. Okay, the only other thing we need is a small Vidalia onion. This one's pretty large, so we're just gonna use about half of it, and I'm just gonna thinly slice it as well. Now the recipe calls for 3 or 4 of these sausages. I'm gonna do a beef smoked sausage, and I'm also gonna do a Polish kielbasa, but I'm only doing 2 of them because I'm not making the entire recipe, so we're just gonna cut this down a little bit, but I'm gonna slice these. I'm gonna have to move those onions. They are tearing me up. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Paper towel, I wet it. I'm gonna drape it over top of my onions over here so it'll stop killing my eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna slice these up. So the original recipe calls for this entire jar, which is 32 ounces of sauerkraut. I'm not gonna use quite all of it because we're not doing the full amount. I think the original recipe serves 6 to 7. We don't need that much. So I'm gonna use maybe a little over half of this and we should be good. You can drain your sauerkraut if you want to. I'm using my smaller crock pot, but I really like the tang of sauerkraut, so I'm not gonna drain mine. We're just gonna use some of the juice along with it. If you drain yours, you'll add in some water instead. Not a lot, maybe up to a cup if you're doing like the whole thing. I don't know, I might still use this whole thing because I love sauerkraut. And honestly, what am I gonna do with the rest of it? I'm probably not gonna use it. So let's just use the majority of it. How about it? Okay, I left some of the liquid in there, but we got most of the sauerkraut out of here. It smells good already. I love the smell of sauerkraut. Next, let's add in our onion. Let me grab my apples. I did put them in water because I got a phone call and I had to take it, of course, right after I sliced up my apples. So I put them in water so that they would not brown. I may add a little more water to this. And our kielbasa. At the end of it cooking, I'll test it and see if we need some salt and pepper, but we're just gonna let this cook. You can do it on low for 6 hours or on high for 4, which is what we're gonna do. Let me stir that up. It's the apples that really throws it for me. That's so strange, but I have a feeling it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna do it on high for 4 hours. Would it be a Mandy video if I didn't forget an ingredient? No, we need to put in a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar. Now, let's stir that up, and then we will cook it on high for 4 hours. Okay, before we do our taste test of the sausage and sauerkraut, we're gonna get dessert started in another crock pot. My house is gonna be smelling all kinds of crazy between sauerkraut and this dessert. Not sure how that's gonna turn out. This is similar to a peach cobbler. It is peach season here in the South, so this sounded really good, but this is more like a peach dump cake. So we're making this in the crock pot. It'll be ready on high in just 2 hours, and it only takes 3 ingredients. So we just need a couple of cans of this peach pie filling, a yellow cake mix, and a whole stick of butter. We need about a half a cup of butter melted. So that's what this is. What if I told you there was an online grocery store that you could shop from the comfort of your home that doesn't even carry the products that are bad for you. They've banned over 800 ingredients. You can shop really easily by diet, lifestyle, and know you are getting the best of the best organic products for your family sent straight to your door. Does that sound too good to be true? Because it's not. That's where Thrive Market comes in. If you are not familiar, Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. You can shop for thousands of the best-selling organic foods and natural products on their website with guaranteed savings. So much so that if you find it cheaper somewhere else, they will price match. We have been annual members of Thrive Market for 3 or 4 years now, and we have saved a lot of money over the lifetime of our membership. It is hard to go completely organic with everything that's coming into my house, but it's so nice where I can make those swaps here and there for better for us products. I don't have to go from grocery store to grocery store looking at their organic section. I just go online in my PJs, place my order, and it comes directly to my door. And the shipping is always free on grocery orders $49 and over, which I've never placed an order where I had to pay for shipping, because if you're like me, if you're close to free shipping, you're gonna add whatever else you need to add to get to that free shipping, because it just pains me to pay for shipping. We get so many of our pantry staples from Thrive Market. We also love to get snacks from them. Speaking of snacks, if you have not tried the brand The Good Crisp, think Pringles, but better ingredients for you. Oh my goodness, this salt and vinegar. I could eat the whole thing in one sitting. I don't, but I could. Something that I tried months ago and have fallen in love with, this is my second one, is these collagen peptides. I add this to my coffee in the morning. You would never even know it's there, and you're getting your collagen. I've also been introduced to lots of non-toxic beauty products and personal products through Thrive Market and fallen in love with them. So you can choose to be a member for month-to-month membership, and that's only $12 a month if you choose that. Or you can do like we do. We just pay $59.95 one time annually, and that comes out to about $5 a month for our membership, and we save way more than that throughout the year on our groceries. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, just check out Thrive Market. Just go to thrivemarket.com/mandyinthemaking, and when you join today, you're gonna save 30% on your first order, plus you're gonna get a free gift worth up to $60. Okay, so I've got my large crock pot here. I'm gonna spray it with some nonstick spray. And then you need 2 cans of the 21 ounce each of the peach filling. So I'm gonna put these in the bottom and spread it out as evenly as possible. So let's spread that out evenly. Now, we need to grab our melted butter and our cake mix. A lot of the yellow cake mixes are 15 ounces. This is 13.25 ounces. That's the one you want. So let's dump that into this bowl. And my butter is mostly melted. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's put this melted butter in, and let's just mix this together until it becomes crumbly. If there's really big crumbles, you want to kind of break those up. On top of these peaches, we're going to put our crumbly mixture. Okay, that's about as even as we're going to get it. Now let's just place the lid on and cook it on high for 2 hours. That's it. I ain't trying to spoil nothing, but that's good. That's real good. It doesn't need salt, but I'm gonna add some pepper. But it is time to eat. Oh my gosh, so good.
It's got apples in it.
Oh look, we match.
We did.
So
color coordination.
I have to tell you, do you know when the first time I ever had sauerkraut was?
December 3rd.
Stop.
Oh. No.
At your mama's house.
Really?
When we were dating or engaged, she made it, and I was like,
yeah, she used to make some kraut now.
but I liked it. I made a face. I wasn't excited, but I really loved it. So.
All right, look, we got a little bit of kraut, some onions, and an apple slice. I ain't never heard of that in my life with sauerkraut.
I'm telling you what, I'm excited.
All right,
it's
look,
very hot.
I got a big old giant bite.
Let's tink.
Tinkerbell. That's amazing.
Isn't that good?
Wow.
Who would have thunk?
That is incredible. Oh man, sweet and sour, but just a touch of the sweet.
Yeah, it's not overly sweet.
It's like, yeah, it doesn't, you don't get like an overwhelming apple flavor to it at all. It's just
got a little
crunch.
something.
Yeah.
And it's just a very subtle sweetness.
This is amazing. Wow, man. I am so proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
You did good.
I know, right?
Man, that's really good.
We've got some olive oil ciabatta bread from Wild Green. I sliced that up. I love me some ciabatta bread. Y'all.
That is good right there.
That is good.
It's so different, but it's like, I mean, it's still got, it's just so good. Sauerkraut, there's just something like, you know, before with just the sauerkraut, it's like nothing but sauerkraut.
There's
you
a
know
lot of tang.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a lot of tang, but this
evens it out some. Why I even thought about sauerkraut, because we haven't had it in a while. It's been a while since I've made sauerkraut. The whole reason I thought about it was because of Kate Costco. She came to town not too long ago, and I got to meet her. But she was doing a Sam's Club or Costco haul, and she bought a big thing of sauerkraut. And she wasn't even sure if they liked sauerkraut or not. They tasted it, they liked it. But I was like, you know what? We need to have sauerkraut. So shout out to Kate. Thanks for the idea.
Yeah.
I'll link her channel below. She does a lot of hauls from Trader Joe's, Sam's Club, Costco. She does some What's for Dinners. She's hilarious. Her and her husband are hilarious. So go check them out. Tell them I sent you. But she's the whole reason why I found this, went in search of this recipe, because it's been forever since we've had sauerkraut. But we've never had it like this.
No, I've never had it like this. Never had it like this. Really good. I love this.
Okay, it has been over 2 hours. So it's switched over to warm. So it is time. Oh my gosh, y'all. It smells so good.
I'll have that.
Oh my goodness. Look at that little crust on top.
Don't be scared. Reach in there.
You want a little bit more? There. It's gotta be Tillamook. Has to be. That's our favorite of all time.
Get a little bit of whatever this bread is.
It's cake.
Cake. Tink. Is it like lava?
Aha. Ooh.
Oh boy. That is delicious.
Very peach cobbler-ish.
That will hurt you if you're not careful.
Look, 2 hours in the crock pot. You don't even have to heat up your kitchen. Yes.
But that is delicious. Yes, very much like a peach cobbler. Man, you gotta have the vanilla ice cream though.
Yes.
That whatever that cake is delicious.
You don't want to know about it.
You got cream cheese in there, don't
No.
you?
It's got a whole stick of butter in it.
It is very buttery. In a good way.
Okay. Tonight was a success. Dinner and dessert, both in crock pots.
Yeah.
I mean, I did all the hard work earlier today. It wasn't hard. It took a total of about 20 minutes to prep all of this today. And we had an amazing dinner and dessert. Hello. Elephant in the room. Maybe that my hair is very dark. I just went and got my hair done this morning, and I decided against doing highlights again, which I do this every so often. So it's very dark right now. It will lighten over the next week or so as I wash it, but just a heads up, that's why my hair is so dark. Moving on, let's make another slow cooker meal tonight. So we just went to Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, last week. And while we were there, we had a Low Country Bowl at, what is the name of that restaurant? Oh, it's Low Country Backyard is the name of the restaurant. So good. If you go to Hilton Head, highly recommend. Their shrimp and grits, so good. Anyway, we had the Low Country Bowl while we were there. And I thought, we need to do this. We haven't done this at home in forever. And then I found a crock pot recipe for Low Country Bowl. Yes, please. We won't be doing crab legs in this one, but we will be doing sausage and shrimp, and then all kinds of other good stuff. So I love this recipe because it made me a little nervous at first. I thought, how does that work in the crock pot? Well, it works by putting things in stages. So things that need to cook the longest go in first, and then you add a little bit more, and then at the very end we'll add in the shrimp, that type thing. So let's get started. We need about 1/4 cup of Old Faithful over here, Old Bay seasoning. So let me measure that out. Next, we need a couple of tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Oh, that thing is large. Okay, that's probably 1. That's probably 2. I'm gonna add a little extra just because. Optional is to add in some hot sauce, and you know that we're gonna add it in. You want about a tablespoon of hot sauce. That's probably about right. And then we need 6 cups of water. We've got 4 cups here and 2 more cups. So let's just whisk all of that together. I love this whisk because you don't have to fight with it in the drawer because it lays flat. It's just the best. So let's just stir all of that. Okay, let's set this to the side. Okay, in the bottom of our large crock pot, I'm gonna throw in some potatoes. We've got red potatoes. You need about 1.5 pounds. If yours are the very petite ones, you don't have to cut them. But because mine are kind of larger, I'm cutting them up. Then you want some sweet onion, just cut into chunks. I did about half of a large sweet onion. Now, the next part. It says 1 head of garlic halved. I don't understand that. I understand that it wants the whole thing in here, like all the garlic cloves. But do we not peel them all? I don't understand that. So I'm gonna peel mine and just put all the garlic cloves in here, okay? So we need a couple of bay leaves to go in as well. Okay, and finally, we're just gonna cover that with our Old Bay mixture. All right, that is gonna cook on low heat for 3 to 4 hours before we add in any other ingredients. Ma'am, can I help you? I don't have anything for you. I don't. I'm not lying. Okay. Honey. It has been, let's see, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm about to start working on, we're gonna cut these ears of corn down into thirds. But obviously I need to shuck this and get the hair off of it. I know it's not called hair. I know it's called, like, the silk is hair. So I need to get that off of there. Plus, I need to slice up this andouille sausage. So we're gonna start working on this so it can go in with the rest of the stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna add this into the crock pot along with the rest of this for a good 30 minutes or so. Y'all, I wish you could smell this. It smells amazing. I'm gonna check our potatoes and make sure they're getting tender. They should be, my goodness. They've been in here for 3 hours almost. Oh yeah, they're tender, but not like fall apart tender. So that's perfect. Let's add in our corn. All right, put the lid back on it. We're actually gonna turn it over to high. So let's change that to high for 30 minutes. We've just got a couple of minutes left, so I need to thaw this shrimp. The recipe calls for 2 pounds. That's too much. I think I'm just gonna do 1 pound. I had to get the jumbo. I tried to get the large, but they were out. So this is, the tail is still on and it's easy peel. It's exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to thaw these out, run them under some cold water for just a few minutes before we add them in. They aren't kidding when they say these things are jumbo. I don't know, maybe I do need both, because that's not many. How many is that? It says there's 16 to 20 of them. I don't know, I think we'll be all right. Okay, it has been 30 minutes. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove our corn to this plate over here, and I'm just gonna sit it in the microwave, probably with an aluminum foil tint. Just gonna sit it in there. I'm not gonna turn it on, don't worry. I know not to do that. But we just need to keep these warm. And let's add our shrimp in. They are nice and thawed. Kind of push those in there. We're gonna cook this on high for another 20 minutes or so. We'll just keep an eye on it, 20 to 30 minutes. Until our shrimp is done. We don't want to overcook it. You don't want rubbery shrimp, for sure. Okay, after 20 minutes, it looks like our shrimp is done. So I just popped our corn on the cob back in there, but you can see the shrimp is nice and pink. So it's about that time, y'all. So before we serve it, Steven's gonna melt a little bit of butter. Do you smell the shrimp? Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, so he's gonna add some of this liquid to that butter. Is that what you're doing? And that'll be for dipping when we get ready to eat. So you could just drain this out, or you can use a slotted spoon like I'm doing. Now there's whole cloves of garlic in there, so don't eat that. It was just for flavoring, just a heads up.
Oh, yes.
Are you so excited?
I am excited. Look at that
we had Low Country
shrimp.
Boil last week.
We did, but hey, we'll have it again.
That's right. That's what inspired this.
That's it.
Okay, good.
You did it. You did it. It's got that great buttery Old Bay flavor. It's just absolutely delicious. And to be frozen shrimp, I have to say, these are really good.
Thank you.
I was a little on the suspect.
Oh, gosh. All right, try something else.
Potatoes, we dip everything. Oh, yeah.
That shrimp is great.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Good. So, you were a little skeptical about doing a low country bowl in the crock pot.
Because I ain't never done it. And I mean, it's perfect.
Good.
Actually, it's probably a little bit better because it feels like the flavors had time to really get in there.
Soak in there, yeah. So try the corn for me, too. Oh, we've got to dip that, too.
All right.
Well, I'd say that's a success.
That corn is perfect.
I'm so glad.
That is delicious.
All right. Well, I'm digging in because mine's just getting cold over here.
One of the things that I love about this particular corn is that it's not overdone like some low country bowls are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It only cooked for 30 minutes and then I took it out.
This is really good.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to try this.
All right. I'm digging in. I'll be back.
Shrimp.
Stephen is in there getting some more. But this corn is so good. This shrimp has to be the best shrimp I think I've ever made at home.
Man, this is one of the best boils we've had.
I'm telling you what.
I mean, the flavor just...
What was that?
We just throw things in here.
Hold on.
Your phone fell out of your pocket. Okay.
All right. Back to a regularly scheduled program.
So it's a go-backer.
It's definitely a go-backer. I feel like it's a good go-backer because you don't have to go back for the potatoes. You know what I mean?
Right, you can just get the other stuff.
So you could just get kind of the other stuff. It's more, lean or whatever.
It's so
You can kind of pick and choose what you want. That's what I like.
It's so good, y'all. So
These
definitely
shrimp,
give this a try.
I'm going to tell you right now, do not sleep on these shrimp. Really good for frozen shrimp. I can't believe it. That's just unbelievable. But it is delicious.
One other thing I wanted to mention was how perfectly cooked these potatoes are. They are not fall apart, but they are super tender. They are the perfect consistency. Love it.
The star of the show for me is the shrimp.
Yeah, me too.
And the second thing is the corn.
Yeah, that corn's good.
And then the potatoes. And then the sausage because, it's hard to do wrong with sausage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Good stuff.
This is a good one. So there you go. 3 recipes that won't heat up your kitchen but are so good. All 3 of them, 2 thumbs up. Let me know below, do you use your crock pot most in the summer? Or do you use it most in the fall and winter? I always thought of it as a fall and winter thing, but now I'm really coming around to loving it in the summer because my kitchen stays cool and we still have yummy meals. Just a quick reminder to go check out Thrive Market if you haven't before. Just go to thrivemarket.com/mandyinthemaking, and when you sign up today, you will save 30% on your first order, plus you're gonna get a free gift worth up to $60. Thank y'all for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye.